So I'll be sharing with you guys the one product that helps me grow my edges. And that product is
Fight.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lizzie here, and in today's video I'll be sharing with you guys how I regrew my edges. If you're a lady and you know that you do not have edges, you better watch this video to the very end. You better do that. So if you're new to my channel, go ahead and click on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for coming back. Now without further ado, let's get right into this video. So naturally, I actually do not have hair in this place. Like around here, I really do not have much hair. So the little hair I had went away, flew away. They left me. So today I'll be sharing with you guys one product and 5 tips that would help you grow your edges. So I'm starting off with the 5 tips that helped me regrow my edges. So the first thing I did was to avoid tight hairstyles. As you can see right now, even the puff I have on is not a tight one. It is very loose that I can feel my hair here, and I didn't actually put any gel or anything on it. Who says that you have to have sleek hairstyles all the time? In our natural hair journeys, we should try to avoid a lot of toxic things going around. Nobody said you had to sleek your hair for it to look beautiful. Anyhow it is, no matter how kinky, how nappy they say it looks beautiful. Especially when you're trying to regrow your edges, you want to make sure you avoid tight hairstyles, and that includes your braids, your cornrows, your twists, whatever it is. You just have to avoid anything that would tug on your edges, and this was one of the things that helped me by far. Another thing that has helped me so far is switching from satin bonnets to satin scarves. So when I used to use satin bonnets, I would buy satin bonnets that have mad elastic, and this elastic was tugging on my edges and removing my edges. And these things happen gradually. There are other modifications of satin bonnets that have come out now. They are now the ones that you tie around your head. They have bands instead of elastic. You just have bands. And still, I would still actually stick to my satin scarf because it has actually really helped me. It stays on my head throughout the night. It is easily adjustable. It is everything I want it to be. So switching from satin bonnet to satin scarf actually helps me. But one thing you want to know is use your satin scarves and satin bonnets to sleep. That's the main point. When I didn't sleep with my satin bonnet and satin scarf, by the time I wake up, the area that I laid, or the side of my head that was in contact with the pillow, if not both sides, would be really dry, and sometimes I would lose my edges. I would actually lose my edges when I sleep without a satin scarf. So you want to make sure that you're sleeping with your satin scarf or satin bonnet, as the case may be, so that your edges stay intact. The next thing you want to make sure you're doing is moisturizing your edges. We always leave our edges out in our moisturizing routine. We don't make sure that we are moisturizing our edges to the very end. You have to make sure that you moisturize your edges. It is very important. Even after you have laid your edges and put a lot of products on your edges, you ought to wash and moisturize your edges. Sometimes we don't wash our hair for 6 weeks to 8 weeks, and all through that time we have been putting a lot of product, a lot of edge wax, a lot of gel on our edges, and we have not washed it once or moisturized it. That is totally wrong, and it will keep talking. It will clog your pores where your edges are supposed to be and stop your hair from growing. Your edges won't grow back if you keep clogging them with gels and stuff and you don't wash them off. So you want to make sure that you incorporate it into your routine to wash your edges, like wash the area where you have put a lot of gel, especially when you are not washing your hair on a weekly basis, and moisturize it. What do I mean by moisturize it? After you must have washed your edges, you want to make sure you apply any oil of your choice to the damp area you have just washed. Make sure that you never apply oil on dry hair or edges, then massage the area thoroughly. So you want to make sure you use your oils. Personally, I do not use butters or I do not use butters or leave-in conditioners on my scalp because it's very itchy. I try to use oils, different oils. There are a lot of oils. You want to make sure that you're moisturizing your edges to keep them intact. The food you eat actually affects your hair. You're eating healthy, you're living healthy, you're avoiding a lot of stress. Don't let things pile up for you. Stress can actually tell on your edges. By the time you are going through a lot of stress, just like last year now, I was going through a lot of stress during a period of time, and I had braids in. So the braids plus the stress was a lot. It was the braids were kind of tugging on my edges, and stress was telling on my edges, and my edges were just, you know what they do now? They were packing that look, and they were doing just like that. So you want to make sure that you're trying to eat healthy, especially proteins, eat foods rich in vitamin E and iron. This would help you grow your edges. So eat healthy, live healthy, and avoid stress, because stress will definitely tell on your edges. The last thing you want to make sure you're doing is that you're avoiding laying your edges. Your hair will still look very pretty without laying your edges. Who made the rules? Although I do have a video on how to lay your edges. You can lay your edges once in a while, and you may need tutorial, so go and watch that video, how to lay your edges. Anyway, just make sure that you're not always laying your edges. It is so nice to lay your edges and see your edges looking sleek and nice. It is nice, but try to limit the number of times you do these things, because they are actually spoiling your hair. Whether you like it or not, your edges is actually going out. So those are the 5 things that you need to know. But wait. An extra tip. I said 5, but an extra tip. You want to make sure that you're keeping your hands out of your hair. That is one thing that I actually always did that caused my edges to go. I would always hold my hand or put my hand on my edges and do them like this. I don't know, especially when I'm thinking I'm in the exam hall. I would just put my hand on my edges and just be doing them like this. I'm probably lost in thoughts. I'm thinking about something, and then I'm using my edges to, think. So you want to make sure that you avoid putting your hands a lot in your hair, touching your hair all the time. It would not help. Especially when you are also laying your edges, you want to make sure that you're using a soft brush so that your edges do not also go away. I advise that you do not lay your edges often, but whenever you want to lay your edges, make sure that you use a soft toothbrush, because a hard toothbrush can actually tug on your edges and remove them, and you do not want that. So make sure you are using a soft toothbrush. So I'll be sharing with you guys the one product that helps me grow my edges, and that product is castor oil. Yes, so castor oil is what actually helped me to grow my hair. Castor oil increases blood flow to the scalp, which helps to increase the rate at which your hair grows. And in like 14 weeks, you should actually start seeing some hair growth. Every bald spot, you should actually have some hair on it. So this works as fast as possible. So what I usually do is that I take castor oil and I apply it to my edges, and on some other occasions, I mix it up with some other oils, because castor oil is actually a very thick oil, and because it is very thick, it has high viscosity, and sometimes when you apply it to your edges, it already makes your edges appear fuller, and that is because it is really viscous. And it's just an appearance. Your hair hasn't started growing yet, it's just an appearance. But because it is very thick and you don't want it leaving residues on your scalp all the time, I advise that you sometimes mix it with other oils while you want to apply it. I mixed it with olive oils on some days, coconut oils on some days, mint oil on some days. There are a lot of things I mixed castor oil with. Well, castor oil is one of the major products that helped me regrow my edges. It is also rich in vitamin E and fatty acids, and all this altogether help the hair to grow. It moisturizes dry scalp and gets rid of all form of dandruff if you use it properly. It contains a type of essential fatty acid which help to promote hair growth, reduce inflammation, and in turn help the hair to grow. So You want to be using castor oil to grow your edges, because castor oil is one of the things that actually helps me grow my edges fast. You have to make sure that you are checking your edges and making sure that it doesn't get to a very bad state, to the extent of alopecia. It becomes very bad, and then at the end of the day you have lost all your edges and it'll be really hard to regain it. You want to make sure that you're massaging it regularly. This would help your edges to grow. I did this in the mornings and in the evenings. You can do it as much as you like, maybe once a day or twice a day, but I did it twice a day and it actually helped my hair to grow out. In about 14 days I began to see the results. So that is why I'm sharing this with you guys. So make sure that your edges have not come to a critical condition before you begin to start treating it. Make sure that you are moisturizing it, you're giving it attention, and making sure that you're avoiding anything that will tug on it, so that it will grow long and beautiful. Because I, for one, know what it feels like to lose your edges. So thank you very much for watching this video to the very end. It's very amazing to have to talk to you guys about this. So make sure that you're subscribed to my channel, click on the like button, share this video to someone who doesn't have any edges, that wants some more edges. Share it to them. And without further ado, thank you very much. Drop a comment for me and tell me if this video has helped you. It will really help me know what I should do for you guys, and what videos or what type of videos you guys would like to see. So without further ado, bye bye. Thank you very much for watching this video to the very end. Bye, and see you in my next video.